Hold on, Aaron. You started in Newfoundland with $0. How in the world did you end up in Montreal?
Well, it's a bit of a long story, but it went a little something like this. First, I spent 2 weeks hustling. I did DoorDash, painting, recycling, refurbished a few tables, and even did a bake sale. All of that took me across the ocean to Halifax, then St. John, and finally Bangor, Maine, where I bought a bunch of the best candy in the world. After that, I went back to St. John, where I stayed with my friends and came up with my next idea. I started once again with $0 in my pocket, and this time, just 1 week to score a seat at the Montreal Canadiens home opener on October 9th. This proved to be a very difficult challenge, and I left St. John with just barely enough to get to Ottawa. Man, it's not looking good right now. I've had the DoorDash app open all day, and I've gotten $20 from DoorDash today. It's 9 p.m., and I've made $20. It's not looking good. The weekend did not go as planned, and at this point I had 1 day left to make at least $50. Starting the day off with a $40 Instacart order, I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. It's 50 kilometers out of the way, and I have to drive 50 back, so it's probably not going to be worth it, but I need the money, so let's just do it. Hey, a $10 tip. When I got back, I ate my $2 pasta and did a few DoorDash orders before going to bed early because I had a long day of driving ahead. The road trip has commenced. The day before the road trip, I found out about this app called Too Good To Go where you can get a mystery box of Tim Hortons bakery items for $5. So I did that and tried it out and it was awesome. This legitimately kept me fed through this whole road trip, and the initiative is great because it's stopping food waste. At a gas station in Quebec City, I made the biggest purchase of the challenge and spent $150 on my ticket to the game. And then I spent every last dollar I had left on gas. And just when it looked like I might actually make it to Ottawa under the budget, this happened. I was just about an hour away when my tire decided to get all bent out of shape. Luckily, just before I left for this road trip, my dad paid for roadside assistance, so after 2 hours on the side of the highway in Quebec, they showed up, towed my car away from traffic, and got me back on the road again. After all of that, I finally made it to Ottawa, alive. One less tire, but that's okay. Oh yeah, my grandparents have been staying at the Heart Institute in Ottawa for a few months now, and so of course I had to surprise them. Seeing them and hearing the excitement in Gammy's voice when I told her I was here, that alone made up for every hour of driving, every obstacle, every ounce of stress, everything. It was all more than worth it. Aww. Unfortunately, I was going to have to get a new tire and more gas in order to make it to Montreal, so it was clear that the challenge had been failed.
Aww,
but
why?
The ticket was already bought, so there was no way I was going to miss that game. So I went into a little debt in this challenge and got a haircut, a poutine, a Bell Center hot dog, and did this experience the right way. This ended up being one of the best nights of my life, so let me just stop talking and let you take it all in through my eyes. But real quick, before I show you one of the craziest nights of my life, let me introduce you to the thing that made this all possible. I never would have been able to do any of this if I hadn't started a bucket list journal. So when family and friends were reaching out looking for ways to support me and my content, I thought, let me create something with real value that could help y'all on your bucket list journey as well. I spent a ton of time putting together this journal with the intention of helping you first figure out exactly what you should be putting on your bucket list, and then giving you all the resources you need to actually go out and complete it. Inside there are pages for writing prompts, activities, habit tracking, reflection, and all the things I wish I had in my journal when I started my bucket list journey. If you're interested, this journal is available exclusively on Amazon right now. The link will be in my bio, and now let's get back to the Bell Center. And the icing on the cake for this whole experience, I got to watch the Montreal Canadiens, my favorite team, beat the Leafs 1-0 in a shutout win at the Bell Center. What a time.